What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on LCID stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on.
And in today's video, first of all, I will show you where we are on a price chart and how we caught this movement to the downside. Then I will continue with the fundamental news and I will show you that we have quite controversial news from the factory. And at the end of this video, I will share my thoughts and my technical analysis, and I will show you what should we expect next. So let's start with the price chart. I made my previous video right here at this point, and I've told you that we were retesting this range of support, this previous swing low, and my main assumption was that probably we have something like this in the ending wave. We have to have 5-wave structure, and because of this we have to land somewhere lower, probably at the range of about $10 mark. $10 is a good psychological number. First of all, it is a round number by itself, and secondly, if I switch to daily time frame, as you can see, $10 mark is the range where this SPAC merger happened, and because of this, this might be a very good range of support from which we might have a bounce. And I have to say that we are not far from this range right now. We are about 3% far from this range. And definitely in the next leg we might hit this range and have a bounce, but everything I will show you in my technical analysis in just several minutes. And for now, let's continue with the fundamental news. First of all, let me show you this article. It was published on November 21st. It's titled "Why Lucid Group Stock Crashed 8% This Morning." And the key points are following. Over the weekend, barons reported on dozens of customers' complaints about the quality of Lucid's electric cars. Lucid isn't commenting on the reports, but an NHTSA recall is possible. Meanwhile, Lucid's order book and its cash reserves continue to dwindle. And let me show you first of all the barons' news. Lucid's high-end EV is drawing safety compliance, another problem for the stock, and it was published on November 18th, as you can see right here, and let me quote you this. Lucid Group has carved a niche in the luxury end of the electric vehicle market with $150,000 sedans that offer the best power, range and aerodynamics of any car produced. Owners fill online forums with delighted reports of long trips and snapshots of their beautiful, streamlined Lucy. The forums and government websites also show dozens of complaints of serious product defects. A year after Lucid started delivering its sole product, the Lucid Air sedan, owners' forums feature dozens of reports from people who say the cars drove forward when in reverse gear or lost all power in the middle of the road, to become what one owner called a 5,000-pound brick. Federal auto safety regulators have received 6 complaints of power loss or gear malfunction from Lucid owners since mid-September. And definitely it is a bad sign. And as you can see, we don't have any explanation from their official press release section, and we don't have any explanation from the C executives of Lucid. And because of this, probably, and I've showed you it in my previous video, Barry from Bear's Workshop shows us that we have a lot of vehicles on their parking lots. And let me show you first of all this lot that I showed you previously. As you can see, there are more than, I guess, 200 vehicles right here. Second lot, let me show you right here. It is at the end of this field, and there are also quite big number of these vehicles. Next one, let me show you this previous lot that I showed you on my previous video. As you can see, there are also a lot of vehicles that should be delivered, but they are storing them. And on top of that, their old lot is right here. The very first lot where they collected all these vehicles. And as you can see, we have quite empty lot at the top of the screen, but we have additional rows, and definitely a lot of vehicles are stored on their production facility. And the very last place where we saw these vehicles is right here, and we don't have many vehicles in this place, but still we have plenty of them. And definitely because of this, we don't know whether or not these vehicles are ready to be shipped. Are these vehicles need some repairs or need some additional improvements? in order to probably reduce the risks of the client's compliance? Definitely we don't know. And because of this, on the one hand, it is a very good sign that the plant by itself is increasing its production rate. But on the other hand, we don't know what's wrong with these vehicles. And because of this, we have a lot of bearish pressure on this stock, on top of the existing bearish pressure for the entire industry. And let me show you the price targets for this asset. We have two recent analytic firms that made their price target. They lowered these price targets from $12 to $10 and from $19 to $17. And $10 mark set by Morgan Stanley, and definitely it is the crucial range of support that probably might be hit in the next upcoming sessions. So, and let's continue with the technical analysis, but before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. So guys, on my previous video right here, I've told you that in order to confirm the uptrend, we have to see higher highs and higher lows, and only in this case we can accumulate our position on the retracements. But right here, with this movement to the downside, we don't have these higher highs and higher lows. Instead of this, we have just several waves down. And let me make a breakdown of this movement. Probably we have something like this as our first wave, second, third, fourth and fifth, but you know that we have to have 5-wave structure inside any of our impulsive waves. And let me delete this tool and let me show you this movement in details on a 15-minute time frame. And right here, probably the very last movement, the fifth wave. So it was the first wave, second, third, fourth, and we are about to see the fifth wave. We have inside this movement first, second, third. We don't have the completion of the fourth wave, and definitely we don't have the fifth wave at all. This means, in my opinion, we might have a small bounce to the upside on upcoming session, and then we should go lower in order to hit the range of about $10 mark as the medium-term price target. And from this range, probably we might see an increase in volume, and if it happens, definitely it will be a very good sign from the technical standpoint that a lot of investors started to accumulate their position at the $10 mark, because let me remind you that $10 was the initial price for CCIV Corporation, that was the SPAC merger company of Lucid. And definitely $10 is the psychological number for the majority of people, and that's why we might see this bounce to the upside. And for now it is very tricky to make any assumption, but we have to take a closer look on this range, and if we will see the higher highs and higher lows on a smaller scale, definitely it will be a very good signal to accumulate your even short-term position with this asset. But from the long-term investor standpoint, definitely this asset is still quite lucrative. Definitely it is experiencing a lot of problems right now with their production, but in general this asset is very strong fundamentally. They have enough money to operate, they have a very good lineup of their luxury vehicles, and probably we will see 2 more vehicles within the next 5 years. And if it happens, definitely this asset will cost much higher than current $10 mark, and this might lead to very lucrative profit for you as a long-term holder. So I think from the technical standpoint that's it for now. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God